Dzień dobry, witam Państwa bardzo serdecznie w strefie obrony. Jesteśmy dosłownie kilka chwil po zakończeniu naszej debaty na temat programu Orka, a naszymi gośćmi są przedstawiciele francuskiej firmy stoczniowej Naval Group, która jest oczywiście bardzo mocno zainteresowana dostarczeniem marynarce wojennej RP okrętów podwodnych w ramach tego programu. Spotykamy się, aby pokrótce porozmawiać na temat propozycji firmy Naval Group dla Polski. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for visiting us. It is a pleasure to have you here. And let's get started with the first question. So, first of all, please briefly elaborate the principles of your offer. What submarines do you offering to the Polish Navy right now, and what are the key features or advantages of this sub?
Okay, nice to meet you, Mark Ferret. I'm in charge of Northern Europe at Naval Group, and we have with us Mr. Thierry Petit.
Dzień dobry, so I'm Thierry Petit, in charge of the submarine operational marketing. I'm a former commanding officer for submarines in the French Navy.
So our offer, and we are very proud to be able to deliver it to Poland, is based on the last generation of Scorpène submarine. I would say that the Scorpène submarine we are now providing to Poland is the latest and most armed version of the Scorpène. So
What does it mean technically?
Technically, I would say that it's able to perform different tasks, and I would say that one of the tasks that differentiates the Scorpène very much to other solutions is the level of armament you have on board. So here again, I'd like to underline the fact that Poland could have the naval cruise missile with that submarine, which is a unique feature that very few countries have. In Europe, it would be, of course, outside the European Union, but in NATO, it would be UK, France, and Poland, which is very key. And of course, we have the latest model of the F-21 torpedo that you saw here on the screen behind me. Very effective with the last trials done, and I think you've seen it in the press last December.
Sir, do you want to add something?
Yes, what I would add is this submarine is able to cope with all the requirements from the Polish Navy. It's, as usual, submarine is done to operate in peacetime for reconnaissance, intelligence, surveillance, and so on, and to operate in crisis time and in wartime. It means that the submarine must be very, very stealthy, because your opponents have also assets very efficient, and you need a submarine which is very silent at any time and which has a tactical mobility capable to move everywhere in the Baltic or outside the Baltic if necessary. So this is important to be able to do all what we call the regular missions of submarines. Intelligence, anti-surface, anti-submarine warfare, of course, mine laying, support of our special forces also, and these additional capacities, which is land strikes, long-range land strikes.
Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, so as you said, the Naval Group is offering the Scorpène class submarine to the Polish Navy. Please tell us a little bit more about the history or heritage of this class of the submarines, and what is the feedback from the current operators of this ship?
So, in Naval Group, we are building submarines for the last 120 years. We are building conventional submarine, nuclear propulsion submarines, SSNs, NSSBNs, and all the technology that you've got on board the Scorpène is also on board the French SSNs or SSBNs. This acoustic superiority, which means that the submarine must be very, very silent and as a sonar suite very efficient, you've got the same technologies on all the submarines, conventional and nuclear submarines. So this is the most important fact on our submarines.
Mm-hmm. Sir, thank you very much. And let's turn into another big topic of our discussion, because during our today debate, the official Navy stated that one of the key requirements from the Polish Navy will be to establish the MRO capabilities in the Polish industry. However, I know, and I think that you are aware about this too, that the expectation from the Poland is also to receive the massive transfer of technology and know-how into the Polish industry. So I would like to ask you about this topic. What is your proposal of industry cooperation for Poland?
Thank you for the question, because I understand it's very important, and we're very glad to say that we are very often asked this question, and we are saying always that we are very open. So in Poland, our goal, and we understood that the MRO, so the maintenance of the submarine, is key. So here, this openness is done so as to make sure that Poland will get all what it needs to maintain the submarine in peacetime and in wartime. So we have discussions today ongoing with Polish industry. We are very glad to have some very good partners like PGZ, but we are also discussing to a full number of companies in order to make sure that this will be possible, and we will guarantee that as we did it for other customers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so gentlemen, maybe one more very important question. How long time will you need to deliver the first submarine to the Polish Navy if contract is signed today?
Our average delivery time is 6-7 years in order to have a submarine in country that is available. Then the force of our company is also to fine-tune a submarine exactly how the customer wants. So depending on the changes of the requirements of the customer, we'll adapt the deadline. But if you consider 6+ years the capability to deliver submarine, you're in good hands.
Mm-hmm. If we can back also to the transfer of technology topic, did you already conduct some talks or negotiation with the Polish company or with the Polish industry?
Yes.
PGZ or with the shipbuilding industry?
Of course, I think you have a lot of capabilities, notably in the area of Gdynia and of Gdansk, and so we've met different companies. I will not mention them all here, but we've seen very good skills. There is something you say often in Poland, like Polak potrafi, and I think it's very, very true. So we'll be very glad to put all these companies in the frame of our industrial cooperation.
The last question. I think I can suppose that you have the strong support from the French government. And maybe it is not the requirement, but some kind of the expectation from the Polish Navy that to receive the gap filler solution could be useful for the Polish Navy. So I would like to ask about this. Does France also propose some kind of the gap filler to Poland?
I would say it's not up to us to answer for the French government. What I could say to you is how we will answer to support on our side such ideas, notably regarding what we call the bridging solution, meaning that when you have a submarine and you have a full area of capabilities you need to put in the hands of the submariners and the program managers ahead of getting the submarine. So from the date of the signature of the contract until the first submarine and later, we have a full program of alignment that is put on the table. So it deals with training on board hardware, so a family of simulators, but also a lot of territorial training with the support of different specialists, operational guys, be it from private sector, but also from officers that have the experience.
Thank you very much for this interview. It was a big pleasure to me to meet you in person in Warsaw. However, if you would like to deliver some additional message to our audience, please feel free to do this.
Jestem Francuzem, to dla mnie zawsze mówić po polsku nie jest tak łatwiej, ale chciałem podkreślić, że Scorpène, który będzie teraz dla Polski, to są unikalne możliwości, żeby Polska by mogła robić, co będzie ważne w tych czasach. I być przekonany, że przy tej ofercie, jeśli przyjdzie taki czas, to tam głęboko, cicho Nie wiemy, gdzie będzie Polak, który jeśli taki czas będzie, to Polak potrafi.